I know a lot of people are kind of freaked out about the cost of eggs right now, and I totally get it. There are a number of things that contribute to the rise in cost, but it is concerning, and it's something that a lot of people are thinking about getting their own backyard flock to deal with, to mitigate. And I think that's a great idea. I fully support that. But there are a few things that you really should think about before you go out and get those chickens. The first is the cost of setting up a space for them. I live in a very urban area. I have a very small backyard. Our property is like 1/10 of an acre. So I don't have a lot of chickens, but I had to build a pretty big run and coop for them because they have to be in there all the time. I do not free range my chickens. I can't free range my chickens. They'll jump the fence. They'll go in the neighbor's yard. They'll get killed by a neighborhood dog. There are lots of predators around here. We have raccoons. We have opossums. Possums will kill chickens. There are also bears, mountain lions, other things like that. So when I set up their coop and their run, it needs to be really secure. And in fact, one of the biggest predator problems that I have to account for is my own dog. So all total, it costs about $500 to set up the run and the coop. I keep 5 chickens where I live. The max I'm allowed to have is 6, and I have 5. I generally get 4 eggs per day. I estimate that they don't lay for about 6 weeks out of the year. They do a molt twice a year, and in the winter they don't lay. Some people provide artificial light to try and get them to lay through the winter. I don't do that. So about 6 weeks out of the year, they don't lay. That's probably a little conservative, but I just want to make sure I'm not underestimating how much I'm spending. I volunteer at a local food rescue and I go on Fridays. The reason I go on Fridays is to take the excess food waste that they're wanting to get rid of because they're not open on the weekend. So the food that they have that won't survive the weekend, they give to local farmers. So there are a number of farmers who go and pick up food, and I'm one of them. So that helps me cut down on the cost of feed, but I do still buy feed for them, and they definitely still eat the feed. So all total, considering that they're not laying for about 6 weeks out of the year, it costs $2.66 per dozen for me to have the chickens. And that's with keeping the cost of food down by going and getting that free food resource from the local food rescue, the food that they're looking to get rid of. $2.66 a dozen isn't bad, but I have to remember that it cost me $500 to set this whole situation up. So while keeping chickens is awesome, it's not cheap.